Tough talk between President Trump and the Democratic frontrunner in Iowa Tuesday gave voters a glimpse of what could lie ahead in the 2020 presidential campaign. The former vice president calling Trump a threat to the nation.
The president is literally an existential threat to America.
Trump called Biden a failing candidate, labeling him 1% Joe, who is slower than he used to be.
He was someplace in Iowa today, and he said my name so many times that people couldn't stand it anymore. No, don't keep saying it. Sleepy guy.
Speaking on CBN News' Faith Nation program, Matthew Continetti of the Washington Free Beacon explained why Trump is zeroing in on Biden.
Well, Biden's currently at the top of the Democratic pack, and I think that attracts President Trump's attention. And so whoever's going to be in that top slot is going to be the person that President Trump devotes his attacks to.
One surprising move, Biden flip-flopping on the need to get tough on China. Just last month, he said China is not competition for us. But yesterday, he said this: "We are in competition with China. We need to get tough with China." But he still criticized the president's policy of using tariffs, saying it harms American farmers and consumers. The White House has imposed 25% tariffs on $250 billion of Chinese imports and plans to tax more. He's convinced the pressure will force China to make a deal in the same way they worked on Mexico last week.
And you know what happens with tariffs? Companies will move out of Mexico, and they'll move out of China, and they'll come into the United States.
Do you think the same strategy that President Trump used with Mexico will also work with China?
I hope so. I think all Americans hope that this strategy of holding these countries' feet to the fire and using American leverage. We clearly had leverage over Mexico, and that's how Trump scored a big victory.
In a first look at head-to-head 2020 presidential matchups nationwide, according to the independent Quinnipiac University poll, several Democratic challengers lead President Trump, with former Vice President Joe Biden ahead 53 to 40%. Meanwhile, President Trump still has strong support among evangelicals. A new survey commissioned by the Faith and Freedom Coalition finds 83% of white evangelical voters approve of the president and the work he's doing in office. Charlene Aaron, CBN News.